Yes?
Not you, him. What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you.
I am me. He's me. And I'm you.
And I'm about to whoop your old ass, man, because I'm sick of playing games. You, me, everybody's ass around here. Him, I'm gonna kick his ass.
How Chris Tucker feels about how Hollywood treats Katt Williams. The Chris Tucker we see today is different from the one we knew in Friday or Rush Hour. He's got stories to tell, and they're not just about being Smokey or Detective Carter. Did you know Chris Tucker made a ton of money from the Rush Hour movies? $50 million. And with inflation, it's more like $165 million. He probably knew a lot of insider stuff too. Chris Tucker disappeared from Hollywood just like that. But now, it looks like he's ready to spill the tea on why he left. Growing up in Atlanta with his 2 sisters and 3 brothers, Chris and his siblings always knew how to have fun together. Chris found out he loved making people laugh when he was in high school. He even won the title of the funniest guy. From hosting talent shows to giving stand-up comedy a shot, he was set on becoming a big deal. At just 19, he packed his bags and left. Chris packed his bags and headed to LA to start his comedy journey. He quickly got a cool job on The Comedy Jam, where his super fast jokes and awesome energy won everyone over in no time. We just moved to a new place and can't stand my neighbors. They're always borrowing stuff. Chris Tucker wasn't just funny in comedy clubs, he also rocked the music scene. He showed up in music videos for big names like Dr. Dre, Heavy D, Tupac, and Mace. But it was his role as Smokey in Friday that made him famous. The director, Gary Gray, noticed something unique about Chris Tucker during auditions, even though his audition was just okay. Gray saw that Chris's improv skills were amazing and believed he could bring Smokey to life like no one else. Gary had a strong feeling about Chris. Gary Gray noticed something really special in Tucker. He thought Tucker had the star power to make Smokey, the weed-loving character, come alive, and he was right. Even though they only had a tiny budget of $3.5 million, they worked hard to finish filming everything. After Friday hit theaters in 1995, Chris and his crew, Ice Cube, the late John Witherspoon, Tiny Lister, and Nia Long, turned it into a super popular movie that everyone loved. It made a cool $28.5 million, making Chris a big-time actor. Playing Smokey boosted his career. Chris had audiences laughing with his funny moves, showing a different side of his talent. But here's the big news. 1997 was a game-changer for him. He didn't just make it big once, but 3 times. First, he starred in The Fifth Element, an awesome sci-fi movie that showed he could handle big roles. After that, he nailed it in Money Talks, a hilarious comedy that had everyone laughing non-stop. And just when you thought he couldn't do better, boom, he rocked it in Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown, standing tall among big-name actors. By then, Chris was the talk of Hollywood. Hanging out with A-listers like Jamie Foxx was becoming a regular thing for Chris. Speaking of Fox, he once talked about how Chris's sudden success made him feel a bit surprised during a chat on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Fox admitted he was a bit shaken when Chris stole the spotlight. It was a big moment that made Fox think about his fame. Especially after his time on In Living Color, he remembered standing outside the club, hearing the door open, and wondering. We opened the door, and there was this skinny guy in a too-tight tank top. It was Chris Tucker, and he was killing it on stage. Because of Chris, Fox had to rethink his whole vibe. Fame is cool and everything, but it's important to stay humble and not get carried away. Hollywood's a wild place, where even the biggest stars can feel some type of way. Back then, Tucker was on top of the world. Chris was the talk of the town, getting offers all the time. But behind the scenes, he felt stuck. In Hollywood, success can mean getting stuck in the same kind of roles over and over. But Chris wanted more. He didn't want to be stuck doing the same thing. So he started saying no to big money offers for roles that didn't fit with what he wanted. Some people thought he was being picky, while others saw it as him rebelling. But here's the deal. Hollywood couldn't see past Chris's skin color. They kept giving him these stereotypical roles that pigeonholed him into playing loud, over-the-top characters. It was like they were stuck in the past, not letting him grow as an actor. And don't even get me started on typecasting. Hollywood's way of keeping actors like Chris stuck in one type of role, denying them the chance to show their full range. Chris Tucker made a few small appearances here and there, but fans were starting to wonder if he would make a big comeback. Critics were asking if he had lost his touch. The truth is, Chris was taking a big risk in an industry known for being tough. Hollywood likes to be in control, and they prefer actors who fit their mold. But Chris wasn't about fitting into Hollywood's mold. He wanted to break free and show the world what he was truly capable of. Even though he had a successful career, he felt trapped by Hollywood's expectations. So instead of chasing fame and fortune, he took a step back. In an interview, Tucker talked about why he left Hollywood. He didn't want the industry to control him, not his career choices, not his life. Hollywood likes to keep people in line, but Chris wasn't into that. He wanted to be in charge of his own life, not a puppet on a string. And Hollywood made Chris feel like he wasn't in control, and that didn't sit right with him. Hollywood kept putting Chris in roles that didn't let him show all he could do. It's like they couldn't see beyond his funny side to see his talent as an actor. This wasn't just stopping him from growing, it was also promoting negative stereotypes about black men. But Chris wasn't going to let Hollywood drag him down. He stayed true to himself even when it was tough. When Chris turned down big roles, some people respected his commitment while others thought he was just being rebellious. But Hollywood wasn't making things easier. Their lack of diversity and resistance to change was holding back talented artists like Chris. It seemed like Hollywood was stuck in the past, giving out the same old scripts and hoping for something new. No wonder Chris wanted to leave. And here's something crazy. Hollywood elites were treating their actors like jesters in a medieval court. Chris Tucker, the rising Hollywood star, traveling with Bill Clinton on a fancy trip to Africa. Tucker tells us all about the experience, and let's just say it wasn't all fun and games. During their travels, Tucker felt like he was being treated like a lowly jester, bossed around by Clinton. A top actor turned into a performer for powerful people. But here's the thing. Tucker wasn't just entertaining Clinton and his crew. He was doing impressions, keeping the laughs going at gatherings and parties. It's like Hollywood's elites had him dancing to their tune. We went on this awesome trip with Bill Clinton once. We visited like 3 or 4 countries there. Some people saw Tucker as just a court jester, and they wondered why such a talented actor was reduced to entertaining the president. It's a sad truth for black artists in Hollywood, often pushed into roles that just reinforce stereotypes. And just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder, Tucker's life took a dramatic turn in 2005 when he got busted for speeding. In 2005, Tucker got in trouble for speeding like crazy in Georgia, going 109 miles per hour in his Bentley. It got serious, with charges and fines. But hey, he made a temporary comeback in 2007, with Rush Hour 3 making a sweet $25 million. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Chris Tucker is taking out big loans just to keep up. Fast forward to 2010, TMZ reveals that Tucker owes the IRS a whopping $1.5 million in unpaid taxes. That's a huge financial nightmare. And it doesn't end there. California is also coming after him, hitting him with a $3.5 million tax bill. NBC News even says that Chris Tucker's fancy house in Orlando might be taken away because he owes $4.4 million. But Tucker isn't going to let his bank account suffer. He's trying to hustle his way out of debt by selling off properties. Despite all these problems, he's determined to bounce back. He starts hitting the comedy circuit again. In 2011, Chris Tucker started hitting the comedy scene again, trying to get back on his feet. Then, in a twist of fate, he gets a role in Silver Linings Playbook in 2012, making his big screen comeback after 4 years. And he's not done yet. Tucker's aiming for a potential Rush Hour 4 reunion with Jackie Chan, and there's even talk of another Friday sequel. He's not giving up. Both these guys show that being yourself in Hollywood isn't always easy, but it's worth it. Let's all stay true to who we are, no matter what Hollywood throws our way. Keep shining, keep hustling, and always stay real. Do share your feelings about Chris in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, see you all.